freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. The only way they can inherit the freedom we have known is if we fight for it, protect it, defend it, and then hand it to them with the well-taught lessons of how they in their lifetime must do the same. And if you and I don't do this, then you and I may well spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it once was like in America when men were free.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 334 of Gun Freedom Radio, where we engage, we educate, and we inform. We are brought to you by azfirearmsauctions.com, where you set the price on guns, ammo, and accessories. I am one of your hosts, Cheryl Todd.
And I'm the other guy, Dan Todd. Our theme today is When Freedom is Free, and our guest is Rick Ector. Rick is a civil rights advocate, a keynote speaker, an expert witness, a freelance writer, a firearms instructor, and just a fun all-around good guy. Rick is an NRA certified firearms trainer based in Detroit, Michigan. In addition to empowering citizens how to assume a greater role in their own safety, he also provides several community events throughout the year. His biggest event is free shooting event for ladies, in which he trained nearly 2,000 women in one weekend in August 2020. And it's time to gear up for the 2021 event. I wish I could be there with you, Rick. 2,000 women sounds like a lot of fun.
Welcome to the show, Rick.
Thank you both for having me. And man, I wish you were actually going to be there because I need all hands on deck. I never turn anyone away, especially if they're eminently qualified as you. And should I say the both of you, ma'am, but I am thankful for the opportunity to be on the show to let everyone know what we're doing in Detroit.
Boy, absolutely. Last year was just over the top amazing because not only was it such a great quantity, a great number of people who came out to get this training, but it happened in the middle of this COVID craziness in the year 2020. And here it is, August 2nd of 2021, as we're talking about this year's event. So any other excuses that people might not have had last year are now removed, I hope. And so what are you expecting for this year? Like what's your dream number of people to come out?
You know, it's really interesting that you brought up last year because with everything that was going on, we had no idea as to what to expect. All I know is that I was going to make sure I took an abundance of caution. I had no idea what the reaction was going to be from the general public, whether they would brave, you know, the news media reports, would they come out and see what's happening? But by and large, it exceeded my wildest expectations. Women came out in droves. We almost hit 2,000. And we are sufficiently emboldened to double the number of rangers that are working with us. And our goal is to do 4,000 women in a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, August 21st through the 22nd.
Saturday and Sunday, August 21st and 22nd, 4,000 maybe ladies coming out. And with all the brand new gun owners, why not, right?
Right.
What were you going to say, Dan?
Are they mostly new shooters?
Well, I really can't tell you, based on who is going to, register. All I can go is on past results, and past results have been that the vast majority are new shooters. As the two of you are aware, there has been a record number of firearm purchasers, and many of those are first-time purchasers. And of course, women are a huge proportion of that demographic. So I think that we're poised to have a great turnout. It's just a question of can we get the word out and let everyone know that we're doing it, and give them all the pertinent information to be there.
Awesome. So Rick, will If a new person wants to sign up and they don't own a firearm, would they still be able to shoot?
Absolutely, man. All I require is for a woman who has a sincere desire to learn fundamental firearm safety and how to shoot, that she just bring herself. And you know what? Rather than just bring only herself, bring all the other women that she knows, her friends, family, children, parents, aunts. I mean, bring them. They're all welcome. And we're going to have a great event. It's going to be safe, and it's going to leave them with an empowering result.
Absolutely. And I do love that because we ladies are very social creatures, and we do, if one of us does something, we're at least going to tell some of our friends, but most likely we're all going to do it together and enjoy a new experience together. And so
Well,
where you said you've
that's one
doubled.
of the reasons why I like this event, was that if someone is willing to learn more, they can come and not have to worry about bringing someone with them. As a matter of fact, many attendees, they make friends at the event, and then they become regular shooting buddies.
Of course, absolutely. So you said you doubled the number of ranges involved. So can you talk to us a little bit about that, or is it better to just look on the website, or how do people find out, well, what one's closest to me?
Both ranges happen to be two ranges in our area, are both in a city called Taylor, which is a smaller community right on the outskirts of Detroit. It's going to be over at Recoil Range and Top Gun Range. They're both in Taylor. Fortunately for us, they're not on the same side of town, but it's a good location. Many people are able to get there. There's plenty of parking. And the way we're going to have this event scheduled, we'll have women come in waves, and it'll be a nice, orderly, and timely processional of new shooters who are eager to learn fundamental firearm safety and how to make nice, beautiful, pretty holes in paper.
Absolutely. Boy, I've been doing a lot of firearms training lately. It's just one of those things that I just don't usually schedule time for. And I've been being much more mindful about it. And I was thinking that, targets do not lie to you. Like, even your
No,
dog thinks you're a better person than you really are. So he kind of lies. But that paper, it tells you exactly the truth, right?
well, it does. One of the things that we all know that shooting accurately is a depreciable skill.
Mhm.
For many people, once you learn how to properly get a good sight picture and register holes on the target, it's going to take some maintenance. You're going to have to go to the gun range on a regular, ongoing basis. One of the questions that comes up all the time is, well, how often should I go? Some people, when I bring it up in my concealed carry classes, they say, well, hey, you should go every day. And I'm like, well, gee, that would be great. That would be awesome if it was accessible and affordable. But I think going to a gun range and shooting maybe 50 to 100 rounds in terms of skill maintenance would be appropriate. But it's going to be a great opportunity, and I'm glad you brought it up, for people who haven't gone to the range and shot in a while. Yeah, you should shoot every month. Excuse me. You should shoot every month. If you haven't been in a while, I can't imagine why you shouldn't come and participate.
Absolutely. So you always have kind of a star-studded lineup of trainers, people in the Second Amendment community that very well-known trainers that come to this event. Do you want to, name drop at all? Do you have any idea who's going to be
Oh,
showing up?
there are going to be some people that you all will know and recognize. Many people are flying into this event from all across the country, as far as California and deep east. Every time I start name dropping and I just don't recall everyone, and then a few people feel slighted. If you are a person that keeps abreast of the gun community and the movers and shakers in this field, will recognize many of these folks, and I'll tell you, they are very open. And if you are so emboldened to want to take a picture with them or an autograph, go right ahead. But it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to make a lot of friends, and you're going to probably get a few autographs and pictures to put up on Facebook with some people that we all know and love in the gun rights community.
I think that's the safest route to take, because I know you're right. There are so many amazing people that I have heard personally say they are absolutely showing up. They are going to go and participate and help train these hopefully 4,000 women. And I wish I could be one of them. No, I'm not a trainer, but I would have been there to be support staff and, just love up on all the ladies that were coming there. Hopefully next year. This year it just didn't work out on our calendar, but I am already jealous of everybody that is going to be able to be there because I know some of the names that are showing up.
So Rick,
I wish you could definitely be there.
Yeah, I've got my calculator out here.
I really was looking forward to it. Go ahead.
Yeah. I said, I got my calculator out here and I'm thinking 4,000 women, ammo. Man, how do you do it?
Yeah.
The thing is that I am fortunate and truly blessed that over the years that I've been a firearms instructor, I've probably been teaching, almost 15, 16 years now. I've been fortunate in that I've made a lot of good friends, and I've established a lot of good relationships with certain people in the industry. One good relationship I've established is with the Michigan Coalition of Responsible Gun Owners. It's a gun rights group here based in Michigan. They gave me half of the ammunition that I needed. And of course, there's Phoenix Ammunition. Justin Nazaroff, he donated 40,000 rounds of ammo. So between those two people, those two organizations, that's 80,000 round ammo, which, in these days and age, it's not real easy to get your hands on ammo, let alone in mass quantities.
Yes.
Just to get the word out for next year, if I plan to keep growing this event, I'm probably going to need a lot more ammo next year. So if this sounds like a worthy pursuit, you have some extra ammo you want to start squirreling away so you can start sending it to me, keep me in mind. It'll be in next August. Right now, I'm just focused on training 4,000 women this upcoming August 21st and 22nd.
Absolutely. So, I have to, for me, being a gun owner, part of your responsibility is to be properly trained. And part of your responsibility is to also make sure that you're supporting your rights through, paying attention to what's going on in the world of politics, even though the Second Amendment is for everyone. It is a non-political issue that's been pulled into politics. So as carefully as I can ask this so that I'm not pulling you into politics, because you're going to be dealing with ladies of every conceivable demographic and all along the political spectrum. And it's about the training, not about the politics. But there's a man that's been nominated to be the head of the ATF. His name is David Chipman. And he has been quoted as being really condescending towards brand new gun owners and kind of acting like they couldn't possibly gain enough training to even think they could be responsible gun owners. And I just wonder, what would you say to anyone who would be buying in, just to the phrasing, just to the attitude, leaving who said it maybe off the table. But what do you say to people that would have that attitude?
Well, I think it would be a serious error to try to typecast or pigeonhole people who are gun owners and people who actually have an interest in learning more about personal protection and firearms. If you come to this actual event that we put on, there are women from every demographic, every age group, every racial group, every religion, educational attainment, age. you come up with a variable, a category, and someone will fit that category. You know, we keep this event apolitical, and there's a reason why it should be, because the Second Amendment is not a political function. It is a right as a United States citizen that you have the right to keep and bear arms should you choose to do so. If you choose not to exercise it, you can pick that right up later, assuming that good people are defending the Constitution and all of its amendments. But yeah, it's for everyone. And you know what? Someone would be in serious error if they could look at the gun owning community and say that they understand exactly who we are. We are everyone.
Amen. That is so beautifully said. I don't think I could have done that any better. And that is so right. We are every person, every man, every woman. Beautifully said. So, just as we start wrapping up a little bit here, this clearly is a calling for you. I would say it's a passion, it's a calling, and it takes a ton of work to put these things together. And every year you do it and you grow it, and you have you're magnetic in the way that you attract people who want to get the training and people who want to help facilitate the training. Where does all of this come from? Why did you become a firearms trainer in the first place?
You know, yes, I acknowledge the point you just made. To put on an event of this scope and size is a massive undertaking. To do that, you need a lot of help from a lot of interested people. In my journeys as an instructor and as a gun rights advocate, I've been fortunate in that I've been able to make a lot of friends in this community, and a lot of people buy into what I'm doing, and they always have risen to the challenge and find new ways to get me the resources that I need. You know, one resource that a lot of people really don't take into account is manpower. I literally need an army of firearms instructors who are willing to give up their time and to actually spend a day or two to train people, you know, complete strangers for free. By and large, every instructor, when they're done, they have this that they did a great thing, that they actually empowered people. You know, I first started this event 10 years ago when I saw a very disturbing news story on my local telecast. It concerned itself with a woman's body that was discovered, you know, nude on the street. And I thought, man, someone should do something about that. Fortunately for me, I had a few fellow firearms trainers, or approximately 5 of them. And I said, hey, let's get together, man, and go to a local range and work it out, and try to train as many women as we could. And that first event we had 10 years ago, we trained 50 women. And we all so strongly believed in what we were doing that we continued to grow it. And last year, we almost hit 2,000, and we're looking to hit 4,000 this year, August 21st through the 22nd. It is my passion and my calling, and I'm definitely looking to go wherever I need to get the word out. And just to let you both know, unless, you know, I don't want you to think it was just explicitly thought, but I want to tell you that I appreciate you both having me on the show to share this event with the gun community, and hopefully I can find interested trainers who want to join us. You're welcome. We need you. For women who are interested in learning how to shoot, we have the doors wide open, and we want to empower you and to train you.
I love it. Yes. Any trainers out there that are listening to this, please reach out to Rick. And on that note, tell folks how they can support you in whatever ways, maybe financially, maybe with their time, maybe with their talents, like the trainers. Maybe you want to show up whether you live in Detroit or not. Like, is that a factor? Do you have to live in Detroit to be one of the attendees? Tell folks how they can find all that information.
You can come from as far away as you like. We've had people come in as far as Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin. I mean, if you can make it there, I can't cover your transportation, but if you can make it there, we'll train you. All I ask is that you register beforehand. In terms of actual support, I would prefer support come in the form of manpower, but if you can't make it to this event this year, there are other ways to contribute and to support us. With regards to financial support, definitely anything that you can share of interest. What I like to do for all of the volunteers is make sure that I can provide enough refreshments and things to keep them going. You know, it's a very tiring thing to work all day, you know, for an entire weekend. I still have to make sure I give them appropriate breaks and provide them some fuel to keep them going. With regards to, if anyone's familiar with PayPal, you can reach me at info@detroitccw.com or over at Cash App at $ Rick Ector, RICKECTOR. And of course, if you want to join our Facebook page, Rick's Firearm Academy of Detroit, love to have you, would love to talk to you. And if you can't make it this year, I want you to come out next year. And I personally look forward to you two next year.
We are certainly going to try because I know we are missing out big time by not being there this year and last year and the year before. But tell folks again, where do they sign up? Is that an event page on Facebook or is there a website?
There will be an event page that will go live like a week before the event starts. The event starts on the 19th. So on the 12th, it will go live. Where do those links go? Those links are going to be everywhere. They're going to be on my Rick's Firearm Academy of Detroit page on Facebook, which is facebook.com/Michigan CCW. You'll see them on my personal page, Rick Ector, over at Facebook. I will also throw up some links on my blog, which is legallyarmedindetroit.com. If you look for it, I swear to God, you can't miss it.
Legallyarmedindetroit.com. I love it. And you said the dates again are Saturday and Sunday, August 20, I think you might have frozen.
21st through 22nd.
21st, 22nd. Fantastic, Rick. I just love you as a person. I love you as our friend, and I love the work that you're doing. Thank you so much.
I love the both of you. Thank you effusively for allowing me to be on your show. I'm not sure if you guys going to NRA this year?
Can't make it to NRA either, but SHOT Show. Will I see you at SHOT Show?
There's a possibility. You know, Vegas is always fun.
That's true. All right. Thanks again so much. We will talk to you soon.
Bye-bye, Rick. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you both soon. And once again, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Bye-bye now.
So
I'm so frustrated that the feed was glitchy the
I know,
whole time,
I know, 'cause
but
he's
I
such a-
think all of the
yeah.
information came through.
But think about that. New women shooters,
Mhm.
and they bring somebody and then they talk.
Mhm.
And some of these people are going to be people that have never shot a gun before.
Mhm.
And they're just going to, it's just, that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
And guys, we can't do that because we've been doing it for years and we're not getting anywhere. Now women are involved. Now it's happening. So,
Well, and you know what I absolutely love, and I want to be sure that we are giving lots of like social media attention to, is that, I mean, 80,000 rounds of ammo anytime is
you're right.
a huge expense.
At one time, that's $80,000. Not now, but yeah.
Right. And right now, when it is, and as he's been planning this, was during the time when it was like impossible to find ammo and then super expensive to buy the ammo. And so to have this commitment from Phoenix Ammo and the Michigan Coalition of Responsible Gun Owners to donate that much ammunition is just above and beyond. It is phenomenal. And thank you so much to those companies and these two ranges to be giving of their time and their staff, Recoil and Top Gun Range in Taylor, Michigan. Wow, You know what? That's putting your money where your mouth
Right.
is.
I think I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
I'm saying something happy.
No, because I'm thinking about something.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking, what if 20 years ago, let's go back in time, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
women were involved
Yeah.
and they would have taken Feinstein and Pelosi
Mm.
shooting, just
Yeah.
shooting.
Could have made all
No,
the
what'd you say
difference in
could
the
for?
world.
It would have made a difference if they would have done it right. If they'd
And
have done it the way
so-
that the new trainers are doing it,
Mhm,
where they're teaching people patience,
mhm,
they're teaching people respect,
yeah,
and they're teaching people progress to larger caliber
yeah.
at their pace. If they would have done that 20 years ago,
So you're throwing up because why? Because it's a missed opportunity.
because I had to think of those two people's
Oh.
names. But really, seriously,
Oh,
think
my
about it. If
stars.
we, that's the problem. Back when we were kids, that was a long time ago, men were involved in the shooting sports. There wasn't a lot of women involved.
Mhm,
And what a mistake that was.
yeah.
Because, even my dad, I mean, my mom hunted a couple times, but my dad would go to the gun shows and stuff.
It was just his thing.
It was his thing.
Right.
And that's the way it is. And you think about it, when women get involved, now the kids are involved, and now the kids' neighbors are involved, and the parents of the kids' neighbors, and then everybody goes out and shooting. And that's the point I'm trying to get across.
Right.
So
It's true.
that is the biggest hope that I think that's going to save this industry, save our Second Amendment.
And so
is that.
suppose that one of the ladies that comes out to Rick's free event, and it's called the Free Shooting Event for
Right.
Ladies in Detroit, Michigan, in Taylor, Michigan. Suppose that one of the ladies who comes out, or one of the friends who gets invited, is the future version of, who did you say? Nancy Pelosi and who else?
Feinstein.
And Dianne Feinstein. Stop
Yeah.
that.
Well, I just said clear my throat.
That they would have perhaps a completely different path that they would take, because it is harder to create fear about or denigrate something that you have a personal attachment and familiarity with. It is always the unknown that is fear inducing and easy to other people that you aren't a part of. And so you are so right. with
Yeah, and
what
look at
you're
me in the eye,
saying.
everybody. Look at me. I'm telling you something right now.
Just
Look at
me in
me.
the eye.
It works because we've seen it happen, not just once or twice. Thousands and thousands of brand new shooters become part of the Second Amendment community just because a friend
Yeah,
took them shooting. It works.
it does.
There are maybe a minimum percentage of people that shoot and say, it's not my thing.
Okay. Now I want you to expand on that.
Okay, I'm expanding.
That it's not just about taking your friend shooting, right?
No,
it's
at
about
all.
giving your friend a safe and fun for them
Right.
experience.
Right. And that's the way it used to be too. We'd all
at
take
the
the biggest
range.
gun, and for the first time shooter, and you scared it out of
Because
them.
it's fun
We
for
didn't.
you.
No, right. But I grew up since then,
Yes, you did.
and I'll never forget the time we took that 20 or so people, 25 or whatever people that were brand new shooters, and we had an instructor for every single person there, and they started with the lowest caliber guns and made their way up to machine guns. Not one person was a shooter, but not one person didn't shoot everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because we went at their pace.
Yeah.
Some were hesitant to shoot a 45, but then they saw the others shoot it. Then they shot it and they loved it.
Yeah.
So we created 25
loved it or realized, I don't really like that one, but let me try the next size up, right? Because they'd gained that experience and that level of confidence, and nobody's laughing at them, and that's that old school way where we take people out and we give the shock factor is fun for us and makes us laugh, and in the meantime we're not helping them with their own progress and their own empowerment.
And you can't force feed them.
No,
and that's the thing. It's like your kid, when you're trying to teach them to eat vegetables, you got to get them to try it, but you have to do it in a way that they want to try it. You can't force feed them to do it. You can't go to your next door neighbor who never shot before and say, we're going to go shooting today. No, we're just going to go. No, you just have conversations, and some people are terrified by guns.
Mhm.
They're terrified if a gun's sitting there unloaded on the table.
Right,
So you have to be patient with them. You have to have the conversations with them,
right.
and teach them respect, and then they'll learn they're not afraid of them.
No, I agree with that. And that is what Rick Ector
Yes,
is doing with his free
that's why he's a hero.
shooting event for ladies. And why I titled the theme of today's show, When Freedom is Free, right? See what
Not a
I
buckle five.
see what I did there?
Yeah,
So, okay, tip your wait staff. I'll be here all week. No?
not a buckle five.
Not a buckle five? No, it's not a buckle five. It's free because Rick and all of his amazing friends are coming out. And again, if you're a trainer listening to this and you are anywhere near Detroit on the weekend of Saturday and Sunday, August 21 and 22, I believe he said, and I keep
Yep,
forgetting the date.
yep. 21 and 22.
That, or if you can get yourself there, what an amazing experience you can have for yourself and to offer to all the ladies that
Yeah,
are going
just
to
let
show
them know
up
you're
for
coming
this
though.
event.
Don't just drive up there and be there on
No,
that
for
day.
sure. Make your
Let 'em
connection
know.
beforehand. Make
Yeah.
sure that you've touched base
But
with Rick. And if you need any help connecting with him, then reach out to us at talk@gunfreedomradio.com, and I will help make those connections. All right. Well, I think we need to scoot on out of here. So thank you so much to our awesome friend, Rick Ector. We just really enjoy you, Rick. Every time we get a chance to be in the same place at the same time, it lots of fun memories and hilarity ensues. So
yes,
we
even without
really,
alcohol.
even without alcohol, right? Yes. And thank you so much for all that you're doing, Rick. We value you. We appreciate you. Thank you to all of our listeners all over the world.
Yes,
People, wherever there's internet, they are listening and
maybe
watching.
not in Cuba right now.
As I said, wherever there is internet, right? When we have that kind of freedom of our First Amendment rights, that, only in America do we have
China's having
First Amendment rights. That's what they're called,
right,
First Amendment. Why? Because they're in our Constitution.
right. I noticed that China's kind of losing some of their rights too. I don't know if you've been listening to that on the news.
China
There's
has rights to lose.
well, they're taking away things from people that they've had. So just kind of be aware of what's going on.
Absolutely.
South
And
Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It's stuff that you need to look the stuff up because you won't find it on the news. Look at what's going on in South Africa.
It's a
You know what they're
mess,
doing?
people.
They're asking civilians for ammo for the police departments
Right.
because they have no ammo.
Right.
Look that up. It's not
And
it's
the
not a
bad
lie.
guys are
Yeah.
running rampant.
And this is 2021.
2021. All right.
Hey,
And
we got to go.
thank you to our amazing listeners.
Yes.
Your time is your most finite commodity. And when you spend it with us, we notice it, we value it, and we so appreciate you.
Yes.
If you want to watch the video version of all of our shows, you can go to YouTube. You can go to Gun Streamer, or you can go to the smartphone app called Ops Lens. Also, if you want to listen to the audio version only, because maybe you're in a place where you can't watch video, you're
Maybe they
having
don't want to see me.
that would not be the case, babe.
Now there's the one guy.
You are my arm candy.
Mm.
So, well, I got you.
Remember
didn't
you
it?
said you can't trust you can trust paper,
Yes.
but anything else, be careful.
Paper, trust paper.
Targets.
Oh, trust paper targets.
Arm can't
That's
come on.
everything else lies.
Yeah.
Stop it. Anyway, what was I even saying?
Goodbye.
Oh, if you want to listen to our audio only version, because maybe you're out on a bike ride, right? You're out for a jog.
Yeah,
You're
don't
on a
do that when
Sunday
you're riding a bike.
drive.
Don't look at the video when you're driving.
No,
a bike.
don't do that. That would be bad. Cleaning the house, whatever it is you're doing, go
What?
to our website. What, cleaning
Clean the
house?
house?
Mm-hmm.
Do people do that?
Some of us do, Mr. Todd.
Oh,
Anyways, you would go to gunfreedomradio.com, click the on demand tab, and binge listen to your heart's content.
darling.
If you would like to see photos and bios and links to all of our guests' work, click the guest tab. And it is a huge resource of people over the 334 episodes that we've had. We have got just a tremendous library of subject matter
Yeah, it's almost as
experts.
big as Wikipedia now, I heard.
It might be our
Kinda.
own little Wikipedia. All right. Well, until next time, please pray for our nation.
Yes.
Pray for the people who are in leadership positions. Maybe, there's ones that you don't particularly care for. Give them them.
I've mentioned a few times, but how
Give 'em
about
them.
praying for Rick having a successful 4,000 brand new gun, a lot of new gun owners? Let's pray for them too.
Absolutely. And until next time, be good to each other.